Welcome back to East Texas Now. Joined with us here once again. There he is. Let's please welcome Judge McLane, Judge Rodger McLane, that is, from the County Judge of Panola County. Now, Judge, I wish we were chatting on better circumstances. However, news coming out late last night from your camp, potential record-setting flooding over at the Sabine River. Where are we standing right now, Judge?
So this morning, we've heard that there has been some of the waters have receded along some of the state highways, which is good. Some of our farm to markets out across the river is what we call it, between the Sabine River and the Louisiana state line. Some of those roadways have the water's lessened. But the issue is truly that from the National Weather Service, they're predicting with the river rising, the potential height of the river, along with some of the elevations in the county and our lower places. There are certain homes, and when we say property, we mean cattle and livestock and your tractor, your camp house. Those things very well may be underwater within the next few days. And I know this morning one of our commissioners who lives along the river, he and his family are out moving things to higher ground. He's actually moved his home after the 2016 flood, and we're on the path to surpass that, and that's a very scary thing.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned that 2016 flood. I have those numbers here. It looks like in 2016, around this same time, it crest around 33.24 feet. Now, I know coming out late last night, it is now not ready to crest, or at least projected, until 37 feet. I know this morning you're saying some of that receded. So are we still projected for that 37 feet margin?
Yes, I think it may be now 36, let's just say 36 and a half feet, which is still not good. And some of the receding water is more along the creeks. We have Sockagee Creek, Mill Creek. Those are creeks that everybody, local folks would know, those that are, become small rivers, unfortunately, during the wintertime, during the rainy season, and make roads impassable. I know during the 2016 floods, one of the buses from Carthage was swept off into Sockagee Creek. That was, those children on it, thank the Lord. And our schools have been very good working here. This past week with the rain, all of our local districts have taken things into notice like that. So this morning coming to town, I live myself out there between the river and the state line. There was water in the ditches and in the river bottom that I've lived my entire life, except for when I was in law school or off for college, and I have never seen the water in some of these places. It was well out of bank. Yeah.
Like you said, water in places that you've never seen it over the span of your entire life there. So what resources then are available to assist? Are we staying in county? Are we requesting out of county assistance? What are we looking at?
Right now, we haven't requested anything out of county. Well, I think we'll be able to handle ourselves, and we have good helping neighbors here in this county. We haven't had any requests for help that come directly to my office, at least. And I know our emergency management coordinator, Mr. Brian Murph, is working hard, and he and I worked last night late. I talked to him last about 9 o'clock. We worked on the press release. We called around, talked to everybody we could. Our local news media has been excellent, from everyone from Lufkin, Tyler, Shreveport, here in Carthage. They've all been excellent in helping us get the word out and spread it. So we appreciate that.
Any word thus far from the governor's office? Have you guys been in contact regarding if there is any need for additional resources, if they would be made available?
Nothing yet. That time may come, but we're not there yet.
You spoke a little bit about 2016, people having to move out of the way of this flooding. Do we have any confirmed house floodings thus far with this recent flooding? If they do you have any numbers on that? And is it expected to get worse, even with the reports this morning of some receding in the area? Well,
as I said, the receding is more along the creek banks within the county and along the rivers, along the river rather. I know there are camp houses. I have one of the commissioner's daughters. I saw a picture of her camp house this morning. It's getting very close it's on stilts, but it's still getting very close. His house and his other daughter's house will probably see some flooding around the edges of it at least. I know a lot of camp houses along the river bottom, hunting camps, that kind of thing. It's a very rural county here. We enjoy our time outdoors. Those kind of places are definitely going to be affected. But once again, the people who enjoy that and do that regularly, we understand how that happens, how it works. So it just is what it is, and we're just praying that it doesn't get as bad as they're predicting, but we're definitely preparing for it.
Yes, if you could give any words of advice or maybe encouragement to your community, what would they be?
Well, those people who live along the tributaries north of the north of Logansport on the Sabine River, along the major creeks, and even along Martin Creek, Martin Lake, that area, be aware of your surroundings. You know, flooding can happen very quickly. Water is a very powerful force. It's unstoppable in many, many ways. You can do so much, but it's still going to move. Be prepared. Have your essentials with you, your medicine, maybe a change of clothes. Keep your cell phones charged. Keep paying attention to local media, and stay attention. Pay attention and stay attuned to what's going on around you.
Has there been conversation regarding opening any sort of shelters for those that will or possibly may need to evacuate?
We have the resources available for that, but we are not to that stage yet. But we do have the resources available, and if that should come.
All right, Judge, I want to thank you again for joining us here on East Texas Now. Before we go, is there any additional information you want East Texas Now viewers to know?
Nothing yet. I know the people of Panola County are very appreciative of all the thoughts and prayers for the potential flooding. I know it's likely coming. The rain last night north of us all, it's got to go somewhere, and it's going to go south toward the Gulf, and that's got to come through here first. I know that I appreciate personally all of our commissioners who are out with their road and bridge guys working. They've worked till, I just talked to one of our commissioners. They were out working last night until about 9, cutting trees out of roads and clearing roadways. We have a mess to clean up in many ways. I mean, it could be much more destructive. There were no reports of any lives lost or anything like that, which is the most important. Property can be replaced, but we are very thankful for what we have here. We've been blessed in Panola County for many generations, and I appreciate working with a great commissioner's court of hardworking gentlemen who are out there with their guys doing the work themselves too.
All right, once again, Judge Rodger McLane, Panola County Judge, thank you, sir, so much for joining us back here on East Texas Now. We look forward to getting some hopefully positive updates here soon.